Marjorie Taylor-Greene, the notorious MTG. Sorry, not notorious, the noxious
Yes.
MTG. She's a newly minted congressperson, representative for one of the districts of Georgia. I don't know which
QAnon.
one. I don't
She
give
represents
a fuck.
QAnon.
She represents the great state of QAnon.
It's a state of mind, Kevin.
Unfortunately so. Yes. As you can see, QAnon candidate reached the back door of Congress and all of that shit. So yeah, she believes in the QAnon conspiracy theory thing. We're going to take you through some bits and bobs from her.
Because she's gotten some attention lately. Oh, she's drawn attention to herself, and that has then brought on more media scrutiny of her background.
Indeed. Where are we? Trump is leading the fight against the deep state. Sorry, where are we? QAnon. A sprawling set of delusional notions centered on the idea that President Trump, now a former President Donald Trump, lol, is leading a fight against the deep state engaged in child sex trafficking, cannibalism and Satan worship. Green, who campaigns with a sort of aggro-cheerfulness, which is a great description, has linked Hillary Clinton to pedophilia and human sacrifice and suggested that Barack Obama plotted to kill a Democratic operative with the help of MS-13. She described the 2018 midterms, which featured the victorious candidacies of...
Fucking what?
What?
Barack Obama was going to kill a Democratic operative with MS-13.
Yeah. It's just a potpourri of nonsense.
Yes, it is. It is.
She described the 2018 midterms, which featured the victorious candidacies of Representatives Ilhan Omar and Rashida Tlaib as, quote, an Islamic invasion of our government, unquote. Green has also said that Americans now have, quote, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to take this global cabal of Satan-worshipping pedophiles out, unquote. She's a very interesting person, by which I mean prick. Yeah, on the note of her, with Rashid Tlaib and Ilhan Omar, this was her when she got to Congress. Come on, load. Don't be slow. Load. That's not right.
Yeah, what's going on here?
Yeah, I don't know. Twitter.com. There we go. I don't know why I didn't do it the first time. Anyway, yeah, this is her. She got to Congress and decided, when she clearly doesn't understand the law in the slightest, that Ilhan Omar and Rashida Tlaib would need to retake their oaths on a Bible.
Nope. No, not true.
They signed it. They swore in on the Quran. Oh, we have the Bible. We're going to talk about swearing in on the oath, how to swear in on the Bible with them, and let them know what our law says, that you can't swear in on the Quran. So.
Yeah, you can. It doesn't even have to actually be a religious book at all.
Do you know about the First Amendment?
She knows the bit that she likes.
Right.
And when he says, like, she'll establish no religion, I think she reads that as shall be Christian forever.
Oh, so that's the problem is what she, like, never really excelled at literacy and homeschooling.
She's a theocratic prick.
Yeah, that was it.
It's the way I would describe it, but yeah, whatever.
Yeah, she's like a Christian supremacist.
Yeah. We're gonna explain that. You know, we're gonna explain about how you can't swear in on the Quran, and we're gonna have the Bible and ask them if they would swear in.
Also, is she talking to a giant? Because she's looking up quite sharply.
Maybe she's just very short.
On the Bible, that we really need them. We have the oath. Yeah, we have the oath. Yep.
Or maybe she's talking to a giant.
So I think that's important.
The sad thing is now you're infringing our religion, which you should not.
Oh shit, she is talking to a giant.
Yes.
By saying that we can't.
He is a giant.
Yeah.
But
He's
when they
massive.
swore
And he's
in,
also up the
it
stairs
wasn't
from her,
law
which
yet,
makes
right?
it even more intense.
Yeah.
At the time they swore in.
I don't know.
I think at the time they swore in that wasn't passed.
Yeah.
Because it wouldn't have been passed in a Republican control.
Right.
Yeah, so it was passed after they.
They just make up any old shit, don't they?
Numbskull. You absolute numbskull.
Swore in. So they're not really official, I don't think.
They are.
So let's go ask them to swear in the Bible. Because like you said, Will,
It has to be the Holy Bible?
yeah, it has to be the Bible.
No.
Can we just pause? Even if she wasn't full of shit, which she is, the procedure here would be to go to the leader of the house or maybe the sergeant at arms.
Yeah.
And make an inquiry, not confront people with a Bible and make them retake their oath on it.
Yeah. Yeah, absolute nonsense, yeah. John Kremboz subscribed again, 3-month streak at tier 1, thank you very much. And then they say this, subscribe to Kev on Twitch. I agree, wholeheartedly. Completely and utterly. Oh no, that was the right one. Subscribe to Kev on Twitch. Shut up, Kev. Anyway.
See, he even tells himself to shut up.
But I have the power to make me shut up. Who keeps sending me this fucking otter clip? Oh, for fuck's sake, we'll play the bastard otter clip then. Someone has sent me this otter clip about 20 fucking times.
Oh, come on, you've been rolled.
I've been otter rolled, right. Someone has sent me this otter clip about 20 bastard times now. So I'm just going to play it, and if you send me one more fucking time, I'm banning you, okay? It's been played.
You've broken him.
Yeah. Because I just thought there's no... When do I play this exactly?
Well, apparently now.
Yeah.
Aww. I mean, I don't know if we need the music, but I guess it's kind of nice. Can we maybe do this on 2x?
Oh, it's not that fucking cute then, is it, Kristi? Aww.
Okay, this is...
Is that
I
dead?
feel we've done the otter now.
No, I'm playing the entire thing. Oh, there's a cat. Oh, hang on.
The cat's like, why ain't I getting the love? I need the love.
It's not fucking interested.
No, I don't want it now.
Exactly. I'm having your second-hand otter nonsense. Oh. There's more cat.
Oh, good. The pan flute guitar combo went away.
Yeah.
Phew.
Look at that little hat. Okay, no, fuck off. Like, you two always say,
You say that with love.
try and increase fan interaction. That's always good. No, have you seen? They send me fucking otter videos, or rickroll me, or send me fucking pictures of like people with their arse out at a golf course.
Can I just say, Kevin, the energy you put out into the universe will come back to you.
Yeah, which is why I'm never going to make it in this business. I'm fundamentally not a people person. I'm an otter person.
The bottom line is Sharia law is not compatible with America.
Yep,
That's the bottom line.
that's the
What?
bottom line.
Well,
How
neither's
can you
biblical
say you
law
represent
then.
women, but you support Sharia law.
What?
I don't know.
Not every person who's Muslim supports Sharia law.
Oh, no.
What?
No.
Yeah.
And on that
Okay.
basis, you'll never guess who her new best friend is.
Oh, I do know, because I have this clip also lined up. Is it a blonde?
Yes.
Yes.
It's when Mecha Karen meets Mecha Karen.
Yeah, it is like you have to worry about not a black hole of white supremacy.
To
Yeah.
this place for hope and look to Trump for hope, for being that person.
Thank you, Katie. Thank you so much. That's so nice. Yeah, it was a hard thing we did yesterday, but I wouldn't do anything else. And I would love to trade you for some of our rotten people here that have no appreciation for our country. And I'm grateful, truly grateful.
Thank you. But I need to
So I just want to say, we accept that deal. You can absolutely keep her. You can absolutely keep her.
No.
And we have a strict no returns policy.
Yeah, you tried that with Pierce Morgan.
Oh, yeah, but look at that neck. We couldn't say no to the neck.
They are both awful, as you
They
do.
are fucking trash.
Yeah.
I mean,
Although I don't know
real
that
trash.
Katie Hopkins has like stalked a young adult and
Yeah.
yelled at him in the
Yeah.
street. So, I mean, I'm not saying
Indeed.
that makes her better. I'm just saying she didn't do that.
Yeah. True. Yes. So. Oh God, I've got receipts here, people.
Oh, they go for days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
R-slur incoming. Okay, so if ableism is not your thing, that's absolutely fine. Well, I suppose ableism shouldn't be anyone's thing as such, but if ableism is a particular issue for you, this one's not for you. But this is them explaining. Well, there are a number of problems with this. There's of course the nonsense of the R-slur, but also her understanding of how federal funds
Anything?
get distributed is quite interesting.
I have a feeling her understanding, I'm doing air quotes that you can't see, of anything is just not reality.
Flawed.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's your wall money right there, everybody. I mean, this is like, it's so stupid simple. It's not even funny. It's stupid simple. But we have retards. I'm sorry. I know that's an offensive word. And I'm not trying to talk down on people with Down syndrome. But that's what
Well,
these
yeah, you
people
are.
Yeah, you are.
That's kind of the point.
Yeah.
These people are so stupid and ignorant. They cannot put something common sense in place, like spending the $14 billion of El Chapo drug money to build our wall.
Why?
It's nonsense.
Also, the wall's going to cost a lot more than that.
Yeah.
See, that's how stupid these people are that we have elected. And why do we have them? They're losers. They couldn't make it in real life if they tried. I'm not lying to you.
Wow.
These people are criminals. There's your wall.
You know, sorry. The American people put them in there. So what are you by implication saying about the American people? And if that's the case, maybe all of us aren't the problem. Maybe you're the problem. Maybe you've got the twisted view of reality.
Indeed.
Ooh.
Marjorie Taylor-Greene, in addition to her horrific rankness in a number of other senses, is also very anti-Semitic and, as we've seen, Islamophobic.
Mm-hmm.
Marjorie Taylor-Greene, a Republican Congress nominee, now unfortunately Congressperson, in Georgia, shared a video in 2018 repeating the anti-Semitic claim that, quote, Zionist supremacists, unquote, are conspiring to flood Europe with migrants in order to replace the white populations there.
What?
Yeah.
I'm trying multiple ways of combining this in like an equation where I get an equal sign and any of that makes sense. Any words in any order.
Yep.
And I'm coming up with nothing.
Green, who received support from President Donald Trump, lol, because he's now gone, so former President Trump, has advanced the conspiracy theory QAnon, obviously, which includes anti-Semitic tropes. According to the Jewish Insider, she wrote in one post that the Rothschild family, not the first time we'll hear about them, and the Jewish financier George Soros, ditto, are included in the plot against Trump. In the 2018 video, which was uncovered by the liberal media watchdog Media Matters for America, in which Green shared on Facebook, repeats the anti-Semitic conspiracy theory called, quote, the Great Replacement, unquote, which alleges that Jews are orchestrating the mass migration of non-white immigrants into predominantly white countries in order to wipe out the population there. It says that supporting the refugees are using, quote, immigrant pawns to commit, quote, the biggest genocide in human history, unquote.
All right, on a positive note from this, can we just thank Media Matters for America and the great work that they do? They are truly like in the spirit of a watchdog.
Yeah.
And thank you guys.
Yeah,
and gals and enemies.
And the noxious MTG is scum. Absolute filth.
Yes.
Indeed. But would that it would finish just there.
Oh, that was the end. That would still be bad enough.
Yeah. She also kind of seems to think that 9/11 was an inside job.
Because of course.
Of course she fucking does. QAnon candidate, now Congressperson Marjorie Taylor-Greene, is a 9/11 conspiracy theorist who claimed that there was no evidence a plane crashed into the Pentagon. She also falsely claimed that Obama is a Muslim. In previous unreported remarks, Greene discussed the September 11th attacks and said there was, quote, the so-called plane that crashed into the Pentagon. It's odd there was never any evidence shown for a plane in the Pentagon, unquote, except the engine they discovered that had burnt through and crashed through into the third layer of that building.
Mm-hmm.
But apart from that, no evidence whatsoever.
Yeah.
Apart from all the other evidence. But apart from that, she also falsely said that former President Barack Obama, is a Muslim, and accused him of having, quote, opened up our borders to an invasion by Muslims, unquote. Thankfully, she has. There's been articles for her removal introduced. I do hope they're successful.
I think, it was Cori Bush who was on Twitter. I have it bookmarked. Mark Pocan, the representative from Madison, which was the area I used to live, was retweeting her about the expulsion bill, I think, saying we should vote for it. Yeah.
Indeed. Marjorie Taylor-Greene indicated support for executing prominent Democrats in 2018-2019 before running for Congress.
Yes.
Yeah.
More from Facebook. By the way, I think in our last show we talked about that ridiculous, just because I liked things or shared them on Facebook doesn't mean that they're my views. Even when I like something doesn't mean I like it.
Yeah, that's not how words work.
Yeah, I mean, on Twitter, you have one way of responding to something, like without writing something or retweeting it. You either like it or you don't. Liking can mean a lot of things. Even retweeting can mean a lot of things. But not on Facebook.
Yeah.
You've got options.
Thank you to Tony Blakewhite for subscribing. 6 months. We're 2/3 of the way to a stream, baby. What are you going to call it?
You and you're going to have a whole horde of stream babies.
I am. Well, and less in the next few months, I managed to annoy everyone, which I'm severely tempted to do. No, I'm only joking. So thank you. You can go and do that if you want to as well over on twitch.com/KFLogan. Twitch.tv/KFLogan. 1875. Anyway.
1875.
Yes. Greene, who represents Georgia's 14th congressional district, frequently posted far-right extremist and debunked conspiracy theories on her page, including the baseless QAnon conspiracy theory, which casts Trump blah blah blah. In one post from January 2019, so not a million years ago, Greene liked a comment that said, quote, a bullet in the head would be quicker, unquote, to remove House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, of which more upcoming shortly. In other posts, Greene liked comments about executing FBI agents who, in her eyes, were part of the deep state working against Trump. And there's literally a screenshot of those individual things in question. Although, frankly, I don't know why you would blur out those people. They also liked it, so whatevs. Yeah, on the point of the Pelosi execution. So this one might get her actually in trouble, because this was only from a couple of months ago. I don't know if you've seen this little clippy clip. This is her speaking at a rally.
Yes, I have that bookmarked, but we'll watch it now, obviously.
She's a traitor to our country. She's guilty of treason.
That's right.
She took an oath to protect American citizens and uphold our laws. And she gives aid and comfort to our enemies who illegally invade our land. That's what treason is.
Exactly.
And by our law, representatives and senators can be kicked out and no longer serve in our government.
Now note the next two sentences, one after the other.
Okay, she's wrong again. By the
She
way,
is wrong,
everybody.
yeah, but yeah. But the next two sentences, what side by side, I think constitute a death threat.
Okay.
And it's a crime punishable by death, is what treason is. Nancy Pelosi is guilty of treason, and we want her out of our government.
Yep.
Yeah.
She's held her seat of power for 32 years. She's 78 years old. She is dying in Congress. We are fed up with these corrupt politicians that hang on to their power just to make themselves rich.
So, calling for the execution of the sitting Speaker of the House.
Well, I know what committee I'd put her on, but in case you have something queued up, I don't want to step on your toes.
Oh, no, I don't, but we might as well talk about it, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hang on. I do have something queued up.
Sure.
On that note, yes, she's rather a fan of claiming that school shootings weren't real.
Oh, yes. Is this David Hogg?
It's not just David Hogg, unfortunately.
Okay. Of course not.
Where are we? Marjorie Taylor-Greene. Facebook in 2018. Parkland shooting was a false flag planned event.
Yep. 9/11 was an inside job. She's with all the false flags. She's like an Alex Jones devotee.
Yeah. In a separate 2018 post, Green also claimed, I am told Nancy Pelosi tells Hillary Clinton several times a month that, quote, we need another school shooting, unquote, in order to persuade the public to want strict gun control.
Oh, God.
Yeah, including, obviously, like I say, she claimed that the shooting at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida, was actually a false flag event.
Piece of shit.
Which is
atrocious.
Interesting. It's an interesting thing. It's disgusting and incorrect, but there we go.
Yeah, she's definitely has already crossed the line into, if you called her the C word in America, I think we'd be like, yeah. I mean, I get that.
She claimed that Sandy Hook was staged. Yep. Where are we? In the comment section, someone responded, true, they are fused by the bond of mutual criminal treason. Someone later responded, 9/11 was done by our government. None of these school shootings was real or done by the ones who were supposedly arrested for them. They are just the image of the shooting. And that Sandy Hook was staged sick shooting. Or stagged.
It was a stagged.
Stagged, yeah. Amongst other conspiracy theories. So, yeah, that's... But it doesn't even stop there.
This is why people sometimes go, is democracy really? Is this the best we can do?
Indeed.
God, it's got its flaws.
Yeah. So you'd think, considering she thinks that school shootings are faked and stuff, I guess what would be a really inappropriate subcommittee to put her on?
Gosh, something that was important to the future of our country. Something with a lot of vulnerable people who might be influenced by, or, who she could try to harm with her outlandish and racist and Islamophobic views.
Yeah, she'd been put on the education committee.
Yep. Cunts on the education committee.
She's literally been put on the education committee. She's been fucking put on the education committee. So.
Kevin McCarthy.
Yeah.
He thought this was a good choice.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's been too busy washing Trump's balls.
Mm-hmm.
So. But in terms of fake shooting stuff, it gets even worse because the worst mass shooting in American history.
Oh, yes. Yes.
In Las Vegas.
Of course. I did see this.
Yep. This is her. There's nothing behind those eyes, is there?
Hey, friends. I've got a question for you. How do you get avid gun owners and people that support the Second Amendment to give up their guns and go along with anti-gun legislation? How do you do that? Maybe you accomplish that by performing a mass shooting into a crowd that is very likely to be conservative, very likely to vote Republican, very likely to be Trump supporters, very likely to be pro-Second Amendment, and very likely to own guns. You make them scared, you make them victims, and you change their mindset, and then possibly you can pass anti-gun legislation. Is that what happened in Las Vegas?
No.
Is that why the country music festival was targeted? Because those would be the people, would be the ones that we would relate to?
No.
Are they trying to terrorize our mindset and change our minds on the Second Amendment? Is that what's going on here?
No.
I have a lot of questions about that. I don't believe Stephen Paddock was a lone wolf. I don't believe that he pulled this off all by himself. And I know most of you don't either. So I am really wondering if there's a bigger motive there. And
can I get a fuck you, Marjorie Taylor-Greene, in chat from everyone, please?
Definitely.
I think that's
Please
definitely
do one for me, someone.
Yeah, that's definitely a thing that needs to happen.
Does it have to do with the Second Amendment? Because what's the best way to control the people? You have to take away their guns. So that's just my question today. This is Marjorie Greene with American Truth Seekers.
Hey, Kevin. I'll give you a multiple choice, true or false, or I guess multiple choice. When there are shootings, mass shootings in the United States, do gun sales go up or do they go down?
Ooh, it's a toss of a coin, that, isn't it? I'm going to say, well, presumably people would realise that guns are a terrible, terrible, awful thing and want to remove them from American society. So I think they go down.
Well, you would be wrong.
Yeah.
Which you obviously know.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
And also, true or false, whenever there's a mass shooting in the United States, Congress and the White House respond with swiftness to bring in new restrictions or other things to keep people safe.
Yeah. Well, interestingly, Trump did pass anti-gun legislation. He banned the bump stocks, didn't he? So
for a little while, and then he undid it.
Well, yeah, but for all of your, of the nonsense.
Yep, the NRA's going to, they're coming for my guns. They're coming for my guns.
Now, I've got some more stuff on her in the bookmarks, but this is the last of the kind of main bits.
Mm-hmm.
Jewish space lasers.
Oh, God, yes.
Yeah. What's it good?
I was wondering why that was in my feed this morning.
Well, it was. I don't know if it still is. Oh, no, it's not. Hang on, I'll see if it's...
I saw Jake Tapper responding to something.
Yeah, it is. Look, there. It's It's fucking trending, number, 10 or something, in the UK.
In the UK.
Hashtag Jewish space lasers. So that's what the world knows of you now, America. Well done. Anyway.
Very on brand with the QAnon people.
Indubitably. So, basically, it's in November 2018. So again, not a million years ago. This show had been going nearly a year when she posted this. Marjorie Taylor-Greene put a weird fucking thing out on Facebook. Rather than read this article, we'll read her exact words. Here it is.
Oh, great.
Do you want to read this one for us?
I'll tap out when I can't anymore.
Okay.
All right. As there are now over 70 people confirmed dead and over 1,000 missing, the fires in California are a horrific tragedy. I'm praying for all involved. I'm posting this in speculation, read bullshit, because there are too many coincidences to ignore, and just putting it out there for some research. I've done, stemming from my curiosity over PG&E stocks, which tanked all week and then rallied Thursday night after. Do you not know what a fucking period is?
Yeah.
Rallied Thursday night after California officials announced they would not let PG&E fail.
There we go. There's one.
Yep. Yes, finally, after like 3 almost full lines. I find it very interesting, read bullshitting, that Roger Kimmel on the board of directors of PG&E is also vice chairman of Rothschild Inc., international investment banking firm.
There we go.
Ding, ding.
Rothschild. For those who don't know, Rothschild, they are a real family. The Rothschilds are a real family. Many of them are very rich. That is certainly true. And they are of Jewish extraction, although many of them are not religious. In fact, many of them have actually moved away from Jewishness at all. But they are one of the centres, along with George Soros. You can tell, like a newbie to the game mentions Soros, someone who's deeply entrenched in the learned elders of Zion type, like real deep down the rabbit hole anti-Semitism goes Rothschild. Because the Rothschilds are supposedly like the bank that runs everything. They're actually not that big a bank. They're really not, compared to like HSBC and Lloyd's TSB here in Britain, and you've got Bank of America and stuff like that in America. Mm-hmm. And actually, you've got about 1 million banks in China that are bigger than the Rothschilds now as well, and several in India. So they're really not that big a deal, but they're like the secret Illuminati crazy bank because they're Jewish. So basically, it's when they say Rothschild, just imagine the echo marks around it, because that's basically what they're saying. They're saying, scary big Jews, be scared of the Jews. It's anti-Semitic dog whistle bullshit.
Yes. I also find it interesting the long history of financial contributions that PG&E has made to Jerry Brown over the years. Who? Are we back in the 20th century? Jerry Brown? And millions spent in lobbying, like every other business in America.
Yeah, I was about to say, name me a company that hasn't done that.
Yeah. They've got, like I'm sure, special departments that handle all that.
Yeah.
What a coincidence it must be that Governor Brown signed a bill in September 2018. Oh, I guess he was governor before that. I forgot about Jerry Brown. He was, anyway, protecting PG&E and allowing PG&E to pass off its cost of fire responsibility to its customers in rate hikes and through bonds. It also must just be a coincidence that the fires are burning in the same projected areas that the $77 billion high-speed rail oh, God.
Yeah.
Now, okay, so it's like what, Nero in Rome or something, rebuilding it after, but actually, yeah, engineering it.
Yeah. But don't get me started. He wasn't even in the city. He wasn't fiddling.
But he did use it as a.
People are going to think I'm a Nero. Oh, well, actually, I can't say the word anymore. I was about to say people are going to think I'm a Nero S gimp, but I can't say that because I'm back on Twitch now. So people are going to think I'm a Nero stan. And that is not true. I'm just historically accurate.
Which also happens to be Governor Brown's pet project. And what are the odds that Feinstein's husband, oh great, no.
Another Jewish name.
Yep, Richard Blum.
Another Jewish name.
To the rail project. Geez, with that much money, we could build 3 U.S. southern border walls.
Yeah, it'd be triply as fucking worthless.
The horse is dead. Stop beating it. Oh, I guess this was 2018. But even then, the Democrats had won, and the Republicans never built the damn wall. They never gave them the money. The Republicans didn't give them the money.
That's not true. They built 14 miles.
Yes,
which
he had control.
Over a 2,000-mile border, Kristi, is meaningless.
Then, oddly, there are all these people who have said they saw what looked like lasers or blue beams of light causing the fires, and pictures and videos. I don't know anything about that.
Well, clearly you don't. But it's not as if like fire can literally fuck with lines of vision, both in terms of optically and in terms of recording on phones and stuff. No, that clearly can't be the case. No, clearly it must be actual laser beams from space.
Right. I mean, again, I don't live in California. I kind of get this news, on the side of political news. But I understood that some of the California fires, and I don't know what year it was in, was started because of high winds and then electrical light lines going down, which would cause sparking and potentially, arcs of light. But that doesn't mean it's lasers.
No, clearly it must be lasers. What else can it be?
All right. Well, she's going to explain how it's going to be lasers.
Good.
I don't know anything about that, but I do find it really curious PG&E's partnership with Solarin on space solar generators starting in 2009. They announced the launch into space in March 2018 and maybe even put them up before that. The space solar generators.
Oh yeah, you know all those secret space launches that no one would notice. Yeah. Okay.
The space solar generators collect the sun's plural, not possessive, energy, and then beam it back to Earth, to a transmitter. To a transmitter? They don't just arc it out of the sky? What transmitter is it? A transmitter to convert it to electricity. The idea is clean energy to replace coal and oil. If they are beaming the sun's plural energy back to Earth, and I'm sure they wouldn't ever miss a transmitter receiving station, right? I mean, mistakes have never been made when anything new is invented. What would that look like anyway? A laser beam or light beams coming down to Earth, I guess?
Oh, fucking kill me. Oh,
could that start a fire? I don't know. I hope not. That wouldn't look so good for PG&E, Rothschilds Inc., Solarin, or Jerry Brown, who sure does seem fond of PG&E, like I've repeated about a half a dozen times so far. Good thing for Solarin that Michael Peavy is on their board, since he is a former president. He is former president of California Public Utilities Commission, California's most powerful energy regulatory agency. Great connections right there.
Yeah, there's a lot of incestuous political bullshit going on.
Yeah.
Considering you're a Trump fan, I don't think you're in a position to complain, though. But
All right, take me over the line.
Also, I will say, whoever was able to buy that PG&E stock at the bottom, you notice her voice has dropped quite significantly.
She's whispering now.
At the bottom, before that announcement was made, when stocks rallied, sure did well on their investment. I wonder how you got privy to that kind of info. You must have to know someone, right? Seems like there's a lot of connected people in this crowd, and with these space solar generators, I really hope they were at very good aim beaming the sun's power back down to Earth. And what do I know? I just read a lot.
Most ironic statement ever, unknowingly.
Yeah. Unbelievable. Oh. She is a really dangerous person who has no business being in the halls of power.
No.
At all.